So here's a classic problem. There's my picture. This picture right here is the graph of f of x right here. So the question is, what's the integral from -4 to 2 of f of x dx? And the integral, that means what's the area underneath the curve, or the area between the curve and the positive x-axis, or I'm sorry, the x-axis. So what I need to do is split this up into sections. That area right there, I want to find that area, and then I want to find this area, and then I want to find this area, which would be a positive, and then this area, which would also be a negative. So all of these, should have changed the colors, all of those underneath the x-axis are going to be negative areas, and then this area right here is the only one that's going to be a positive area. So that's the game plan, and it's really just a geometric thing. We don't know, we could write the equations if we wanted to, but we might as well just, like, these are just linear segments. This is a piecewise function of linear equations. If you wanted to go through the trouble, you could do that, but really, geometrically speaking, it's easier just to do that. So find your area here. This is 3. This is 2. So the area there is 6, which would mean it's -6. Right? Area there is -6. This distance is, this would be half of that. I'm sorry, no, not half of that. This total distance right here is 3 times, what is that, 1? So that's 3, so this is 1.5. Is that right? -1.5? Check me if I'm wrong.
It's -6.5.
Well, no, this part of it right
sorry.
here, -1.5. So this total thing is, this total area is -6.5. This part right here is half of this whole thing right here. So that whole thing would be 2, so that's just 1, right? Which means it's -1. Let's find this piece since we're doing it right there. I think that's the same thing here. Let's see, what's this point right here? It actually does go through 2 right here. That's 2. So this full area right here is 1. I'm sorry, 2. So that area is -1. So the total negative areas we have are -8.5. And the positive area right here, that's a triangle. 1/2 base times height. That's how I would do that. So it's 1/2, the base is 2. The height is also 2. So that is just +2. And so your total area is -8.5 plus 2, which is -6.5. Alright, let's do another problem related to that. Now, notice this looks like the same kind of a problem, but it's totally different. Because that says, this is asking, what is the definite integral of the derivative of x? And so what we have, this is asking something totally different. So the way to do this problem is to take a look at each piece and look at the derivative. What's the derivative of this? So I'm going to graph f prime of x here. Actually, let me just do it in a different color. I'll do it in blue. I'm going to graph f prime of x in blue. And in order to do that, remember what the derivative of a function, whoops, I shouldn't do that. From here to here, the derivative is whatever the slope of the tangent line is. Well, this is a line, so the slope is just whatever the slope of that line is. And the slope of that line is 1/3. So the slope of that line is 1/3. Let's go ahead and draw our, that's 1 right there. No, that's 2. That's 2, that's 1. So if the slope is 1/3, then from here to here, that's the tangent line. From -4, that's -4, 1/3, and that's -1, 1/3 right there. Okay? Now I want to find the slope of this section from here to here, from -1 to +1. There's -1, there's +1. what's the slope of that line? Again, it's the rise over the run. So the rise is 4, and the run up 4 and over 2. So the rise over the run is 2. So the slope, let me erase this so I have room there. The slope of the tangent line from here to here is 2. So from here, it's got to be an open circle, to here, that's an open circle. These should all be open circles, by the way, is 2. And then this last section right here, the slope of that tangent line is going to be negative 2. So, Emily, 1, 2, so there's negative 2, there's positive 2 up there, and the slope of the tangent line there, not that I need it for this part of the problem, but from here to here, it's negative 2. So now let's answer our question. The question's asking, what is the integral from negative 4 to 0 of f prime of x? That's asking, what's the area underneath the curve from negative 4 to 0 underneath this curve? So I'm looking at the blue line, the area underneath this curve right here. It's 3 times 1/3. 3 times 1/3 is 1. And the area underneath this curve from negative 1 to 0, right there, is 2 times 1, which is of course 2. So your area under your curve, or your answer for this is 3. That's how you do that problem.
You can change one of your signs for the